Hi guys, take two. Which wasn't working the first time round. Anyway, update time. I haven't seen you for a while. So, what's been happening? I'll do a quick chat today about the pain I was having in my foot. We're going to talk about cuboid bone in the foot. We're going to talk about perineal tendonitis. We're going to talk about warm-ups and cool-downs because it all links together. And we're going to talk, and there's a little bit at the end where I do some stretches and things because I've had to have a break. I had to have a bit of a break because the pain in my foot just didn't seem to be going away. Like the pain I was talking about on the right side, the bit there, didn't seem to be going away. And I had the compression sock on. I didn't need to use the crutch, which is back there. I didn't need to use that, but yeah, it just wasn't going away. I even had a boot, which is this bad boy. Love it. Yeah, so I even had a boot, but it was getting better, but it wasn't getting better in a way. And I thought to myself, what is this doctor time? What do I do? So I looked up stuff on the internet. I know Dr. Google, blah, blah, get all that. But this was more just kind of like, what could this pain, what can happen in the side of the foot, foot runners, that kind of thing. There's a lot of stuff out there about it. So I'd look around and I think what it comes down to is I have to say I'm probably guilty of not warming up and stretching and everything like that as well as I could have done. I think that's probably the thing here because in the last few days I've done I think I was doing about 100 squats in a day. I was probably doing about 100 calf raises, something like that. I actually got down and I properly massaged the foot and I was wriggling it around. This all links in with that cuboid bone thing I was talking about earlier. I was wriggling the foot around and I was stretching, using resistance bands, just all these different things. And the pain pretty much disappeared. Almost completely. It still feels funny to walk on, but then I suppose it would because I've now got used to walking in a boot. Now, and before that I was walking injured, so now this is walking normal. It feels unnatural. I think that makes sense, aren't it? But basically, I just think I wasn't putting as much attention on the warm-ups and the stretches and this, that and the others that I could have been. And also because I'm new at running and I'm older, whereas somebody would say, I'm going for a 5-minute warm-up or I'm going to do a 10-minute warm-up, I should be looking at half hour to 40 minutes or more warm-up. Like, really, put the time and effort in to it. Like, every day, run a lot, because it's just going to take my body that bit longer to recover, that bit longer to get yourself ready for it, get all the muscles firing, get everything going. So so basically I haven't really been able to do much running. I've had a little bit on the treadmill, just like walking kind of thing, and I did go for a jog the other day because it felt okay, and I managed to do 1,000 metres, the kilometre, about 8 minutes, so slow. But then again, we don't care about anything like that. The thing is that I was worried that I was going to start losing the fitness that I had worked on, but it seems to still kind of be there. It's not disappeared completely, and the patch is on, so that's going okay. I was just like, I've started to do this thing, and it seems to be I'm either doing something wrong and I need to adjust it, or I need to give my body a bit more time and a bit more love and care and attention so that it works. That's where I seem to be at the moment. So I'm hoping next video there'll be another jog in there, another few jogs in there maybe. I'm not saying definitely because I'm not going to ruin the foot. But let's say there is. The next step for me then is obviously stay at 1,000, and then the next one would be to work towards the mile, which is 1,600 meters. So I'm going to work towards that, and that'll just take as long as it takes. And obviously, you know, don't care about times, don't care about anything. Just can I go from there to there in one jog, one continuous jog? That's what we're aiming for anyway. Obviously I've got the lovely treadmill if I need to use it, but if I do this, obviously I'm going to walk a little bit first to get myself, you know, get the legs moving, get things started up, and then I'll go up to speed. If I'm out the road, I will, I think I mentioned this in the later part of the video, because I've had to cut, obviously this is take 2, but if I go out to the place where I usually run, I'll walk there, do the jog, walk back, so there's like that little bit afterwards and before. But if you're going to look at these things on the internet that I was talking about, just make sure you go to like the proper websites or the proper channels. So someone who's actually a physio or someone who is a podiatrist or etc. Because they, you know, I don't have the knowledge. I'm only telling you what I've been using to help me. But like I say, it was annoying me with the foot and everything else. And I didn't want to lie. I didn't want to kind of, well, I had to make a choice, didn't I? I had to decide whether or not it was either going to be, you know, try something, try a couple more things, or call it a day and start the whole doctor route, which could have just taken ages, you know, because then you're talking x-rays and then you're talking, if that does show something, then what? If it doesn't show something, then what? You know, there's so many different questions that can come of it. So I'm not at that point yet. Right, so now this is going to cut, and I'm going to be sitting over there playing around with my bones, and then yeah, I'll see you over there in a second. I'll go back. Right, here we are, back again. So, right foot. So you have to run down this thing with your finger. Go down the side of this with your finger. There's a compression sock under here as well, which makes it a bit difficult. If you run down here with your finger, you feel like a bumpy bit on the bone. Go down the bone, feel like a bumpy bit. And behind the bumpy bit is squidgy. Yeah, like then you've got your heel. And in that squidgy bit, that's where that cuboid bone is, in there. And it joins onto like the heel, another bone up here, and these two metatarsals here for the toes there. And that can actually fall out of place or kind of twist, or it just slightly moves around. There's all the posh names for it, but like I say, if you're gonna go and Google it, you'll see it all. But basically, you can just push it around. You know, you can just twist it around like this. Push under there in the squidgy bit. Push it about. This is where the pain was, right in here, and it was really bad. And like it would be weight bearing pain, but it would also pain when I lifted the weight off as well, which is like mechanics, isn't it? If you think about it. So, but like I say, you can twist around, loosen it up, stuff like that. But that's how you find it. You go down there and you get down to about here and you feel like a bumpy bit because your bone actually sticks out. If you look on the diagrams. So if you just go behind that into the squishy bit, and then that's where it is. And you can, like I say, you can just twist that about a bit. These two toes here, you can just twist them around, loosen it up, which I'm going to do all the time. like all the time. And then, like I say, you can just like, you know, and pull that back and really like get the kind of. But this is what I'm going to spend like half an hour to 45 minutes on this kind of nonsense and really get it sorted out. And then I'll go for the walk. Then I'll go for the walk to wherever I'm going. Then the jog. If I do it on the treadmill, I'll go very slow, build it up, etc., and do it that way. And there's also a park nearby, and because the weather's got nicer now, I'm probably going to hit the grass too, because it's a bit less painful on the joints as such. But yeah, just, you know, give it a pull around and get down as much as you can. Hang on, there's a phone call. I'll be back in a sec. Right, yeah, sorry, phone call. Back now. Okay, so yeah, as we were saying, you know, bit of this, and one really good one that I did as well is if you get your heel, and it's probably easier like this. So you've got a bit of grab, and then you kind of go down on your heel, yeah, down that way on your heel as you're doing this as well, and the whole thing just kind of like, you know, and that really helps with my pain as well. So it's some of the pain on it, and the exercises that I've mentioned as well. Oh, I'm balancing on one leg, which sounds really weird, and it is really funny for people to watch, but you're like 30 seconds balancing on one leg, and or on the effectively, and you can feel like as you're standing there, you can feel all the different muscles and things trying to pull you back to balance, which is very strange, but yeah. And then if you've got the resistance band, like I said, you just put the resistance band around here and you just pull, and then you pull and pull like this, you see, and it helps. So that is how things are going to go forward from now on. We're going to be doing this, and we're going to spend a lot of time on it, and then we're going to go out on the treadmill. So watch this space, as they say. Okay, so that's my kind of update, as it were, for now. And what did I say? Oh, I said the mile, didn't I? Yeah. So 1,000 in 8 minutes. I have done it faster than that, but that's probably one of the reasons I ended up getting injured, because I shouldn't have pushed things, you know, I shouldn't have pushed. So we're going to say that's the next kind of step, and obviously after that it'll be 2, and we'll just keep plodding along with it all, and not smoking either. All right then, see you next time.